is an exciting video that we have been looking forward to so much, and I had the pleasure of watching it all unfold while Christopher was coming up with all of his ideas today as he was unboxing our Ellowyne Wilde dolls. But this is our Dare to Be Different styling tips and tricks and ideas with Christopher Johnson of our 2023 Ellowyne Wilde collection. So in this video, we are going to take our current existing Ellowyne Wilde collection and Nema and look at different styles that we can do with her existing clothing, maybe with a tiny alteration, but mostly with mixing and matching and working with the clothes. So I know that Christopher had a blast doing this, and we are very excited to share it with you. And of course, all of these tips and ideas you can apply to all of your other dolls, whether they are Ellowyne Wilde or any kind of fashion doll. This kind of video and this kind of content, personally for me and our shop and the dolls, helps me think out of the box. It helps me think of the possibilities to where I hadn't thought of it before. So we hope you enjoy every moment. And Christopher is behind the camera because Stanley is with All and Diane. So we're gonna switch places and start our video. So come on in, Christopher. First of all, Christopher, did you have fun doing this?
This is what I wake up for. This is so exciting. And what I really enjoyed about this project was not necessarily trying to incorporate something new into what you have. We're working with what we've got with these boxes. I don't want you to feel limited in any way with what she comes in. You may absolutely adore the garment as it comes, and they're phenomenal outfits. And if you want ways to feel creative without necessarily needing new pieces, I wanted to tackle that for you today.
Yay!
So let's get into it.
So excited. Okay, so what the first doll we're going to show in box, and then we're going to show what you did.
Let's start with Artful Ease.
Artful Ease.
So in box,
oh my goodness,
she looks like this. Okay, now I'll show you for the sake of this video what it looks like underneath the jacket. So you've got buttons and buttonholes you can actually put the buttons through, okay? But it's a cropped long sleeve turtleneck sweater in sort of a cream color with an absolutely behemoth belt. And if you want something that feels really contemporary and really chic, very street fashion, very New York, I think this is beautiful as it comes, and it was an absolutely wonderful visionary idea from Robert. With that in mind, I was elated to know that the belt actually comes off of the skirt. It's not sewn on, so if you want other ways to play with that, you have unlimited possibilities. The jacket is not sewn on to anything. That comes off too, and if you want to play with those pieces separately or together, you more than easily can. I was playing with, like, I think this is actually a very sort of intuitive, easy alteration to this. I just took the jacket around the shoulder. You could very easily tie this around the waist, and then I actually have the necklace she comes with. It's a stretchy, elastic necklace, kind of around the waist, almost as a belt, sort of a little accessory there. And then we moved the belt to the top of the hat.
I love this.
So why not have, I mean, I think, you know, a hat with an accessory is very fun. You could very easily put this over the hat if you wanted to sort of spice that up a little bit. It's a bucket hat. It's really versatile, so you're not really constrained to shape or size or color. I was laughing earlier about, like, I wish that I had the sort of proportions that would allow me to have a headband also be a belt, also be a necklace. Like, I wish I could, like, make all those pieces work on myself, but because we can't, well, I won't speak for you, because I can't, I can do so through Ellowyne. And actually, she comes with a boot in box that we have migrated onto a different doll. So these are the white basics that you see come with Life's a Beach. This also comes with actually both Life's a Beach dolls. And this is a very standard classic white Ellowyne shoe you've probably seen before. Got her bag here. You could probably also wear this crossbody. I think this fits over her head. I will say that I haven't tried, but it looks, well, it might be a little tight.
But it's an idea for a different bag.
Yeah, well, and you can do that for Grace, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's a lot of, you know, crossover between Grace fans and Ellowyne fans. God bless, thank you for coming. With that in mind, Grace has a smaller head, so if you wanted to do a crossbody, this would be perfect for her. It's just long enough to do so. Sort of a tote, sort of a purse, and it's the same fabric as the shoe, so if you have other brown leather pieces, you can play with that as well. So, moving right along, let's move into Chasing Rainbows, which out of the box looks like this. Again, a really lovely, like, bright, almost like a melon color in the hair. I really like this wig. I'm excited to play with different ways to style the hair. Got that sort of iridescent, reflective sequin in the slip dress there. Painted toes, painted fingernails. Great shoe. If you didn't see our last video about these have a really lovely iridescent polka dot that matches the dress, printed all over. Same shape and like cut as her standard shoe, but sort of elevated a little bit with that fabric. And a really lovely sort of pastel, pinky, cool-toned berry eyeshadow and lip moment. Out of box, what we've done to sort of play with her a little bit is switch her outfit that Life's a Beach 3 comes with, and these are the shoes from, brain fart. These are the shoes from...
Bright Ideas.
Bright Ideas, thank you. And I really, like, we've played with purple and red before, and I think that's kind of a crazy color combination until you actually do it, and I love the pairing of them together. I thought that the sort of lilac that you have in the jumpsuit really paired nicely with the eye makeup, and that sort of pale cornflower blue iris of her eye. It really contrasts the wig nicely, and it contrasts the boot nicely, and it just feels joyful enough, right? Like, I think it's vibrant, but it's not excessive, and this is simply one pitch, right? If you have these colors, here's maybe an idea to play with on how to mix them at home. You may not need to wear these things together, but if you like, you know, a really tall boot and a really short, the silhouette is, I think, something you could recreate with other colors. Take this as you will. This belt I use all the time in about 100 different ways because it's not sewn on, so you can unclip it and reclip it. It fits around the head, it fits, you know, wrapped twice around the neck. If you want to play with these belts lots of different ways, it's easy to do so. Who's next? Okay, so we have, this is Life's a Beach 3? I think this is Life's a Beach 3. So yeah, Life's a Beach 3 has almost like a red terracotta, red-brown wig. Really pretty on Nema. I just love this hair, and I think it complements the lip so nicely. Her iris is almost green, so it is brown, but she almost has like an olive-colored eye, and with a really nice kind of grayscale smoky eyeshadow, and a beautiful glossy, deep cranberry lip, and I just think that's a really beautiful combination. In box, you've got the swimsuit that you just saw on Ellowyne over there. She comes with the basic white shoe and that belt. I actually just traded out her outfit for Ellowyne, so this is the Chasing Rainbows slip, and the blue ribbons that we've got in the hair and around the waist you'll see more of in a moment. I'll show you what those come from. And this boot is the one that you were looking for a moment ago with Artful Ease. I think that really nice camel brown is such a complimentary, beautiful, flattering color on Nema. Really sort of nice and warm and buttery and chocolatey and so pretty. So, if you have Nema at home, consider getting Artful Ease just for the boots, because honestly, I think it's worth it.
Just for the boots, I love it. We also have some tall boots coming in the Grace Boutique too that I think fit Ellowyne pretty well.
Oh yeah, for sure. My favorite
Yes.
is Bright Ideas. She is so beautiful. But let me show you how she comes first.
Guys.
I have fully deconstructed this one, okay?
It's everything.
So, she comes as such. You've got the, there's a red satin slip underneath this dress, and this is the front of the dress. For the out-of-box display, I reversed the whole thing and made it a robe of sorts, a jacket, if you will. And, if you notice, the brooch on the collar here is just a couple of poppies that are actually tacked on with thread, and they're tacked on to the tulle. So, they're not difficult to remove if you feel like getting crafty. I simply took some scissors, and I just snipped the sort of thread right there, and took them off and taped them to the top of shoes we already have in the store.
I'm screaming.
I wanted sort of like a fluffy, I wanted a mule, a sort of a slipper, and I see why no reason to make it a little bit more of a versatile accessory. You could just as easily put these in the hair, you could tie them to the wrist as bracelets. They are so fun to pair other ways, and this is a shoe that we just released, so if you bought those recently for the previous box for Grace, then you have that color. We really sort of leaned into the slumber party fantasy with a teddy bear and her sort of jumping on the bed. I just love the whimsy of this. I love how you can transform something that's so runway ready to like the most glamorous sleepover you've ever had.
So glamorous. Like, I feel like they need to be eating Twinkies and,
Oh, totally.
you know, like in Greece when they
Ellowyne-
were eating Twinkies
yeah.
in the beginning.
Yes, that is very much the vibe. I could also see Ellowyne like fully putting a bonfire in her house to like roast marshmallows. You know?
Inside.
Like, oh yeah. Yeah, she'd be like in the fireplace, you know?
Oh, it's so good.
Totally.
It's so fun. And also, without this, looks good. This is pulled up, real fun, but it looks like a jacket.
Yeah.
When you turn it around.
Yeah, so I have a fondness for smoke and mirrors and illusions, and you probably have noticed that this is just strung up with fishing line. So I've got Ellowyne helping Ellowyne out here, but if you take this down, you see that it really just sort of translates as a jacket. So you could wear this on the front or the back. It snaps all the way down. I was afraid that it was one solid piece sewn together. It's not. It comes apart. Rest assured, it did not cut this garment. It comes with snaps. So if you want to wear it, you know, front facing or backwards, you totally can.
And in the comments, as we watch this and as you take it all in and enjoy, let us know what your favorite enhancement and your favorite thing that Christopher has done with the looks. Oh my gosh, romantic possibilities.
Isn't she insane?
I'm screaming.
Yeah, so I wanted to lean into something that sort of felt like ballet-like, sort of dreamy, sort of ethereal, right? So we'll take her down so you can really see what's going on. There's a lot of pieces that I played with this. So when I was looking at this dress and at this doll, I felt sort of restricted, right? Because it's one piece, you can't necessarily take it apart, but I wanted to find ways you could wear this in variations. So let's show you what she looks like in the box. This is Romantic Possibilities as she comes, right? So you get a full length dress that has a sort of mullet silhouette. It's just above the knee in the front, comes to the ankle in the back, a really nice train of ruffles, and the other side of this dress meets in kind of a V shape at the back. It's beautiful. You've got a shoulder here with a really nice sort of frill puff, and then you've got what are almost like streamers, right? You've got these beautiful sashes, almost ribbons, that you can play with 100 ways. But they are all tacked together at the shoulder, right? So she comes with shoes, she comes with all this stuff. This necklace I wanted to find other ways to play with too, so this is the one I spent the most time trying to figure out, like, what are the ways you could alter this without changing it too much or adding anything to it, and I concluded that I needed scissors. So what we did is we simply clipped the thread where the party streamers, if you will, those sashes, sit at the shoulder, and these are just sort of clumped together with thread as well. We clipped those, and I actually used them on the feet, and I made sort of like a ballet slipper tie with a bow on the toe. And you can play with that 100 ways. I tried to lace this all the way up the leg, and you can do it, but I would advise maybe tacking something to her nylon or maybe even to her leg itself to get that to sit and stay, because I was having trouble with it sliding. They're really, really silky, very, I think this is chiffon. There is another loose sash that comes at the waist. This is not tacked on, this is not tied to anything. It's just a nice ribbon as an accessory at the waistline. I pulled this out and untied it. And then what I did is took this hemline. You've got sort of a hemline that's bunched here. It would normally sit about here. I used that ribbon to pull it up to about her waistline. And then at the back, created a sort of bustle by pinching the last of that mullet skirt up into that ribbon as well. So if you've got the hair cascading down anyway, you don't really see what's happening there, but this is one way to create a really full silhouette, what's almost a tutu, right? Something really, really huge without making it feel quite as elegant, maybe. It's not maybe like evening wear as much. Now it's a little bit more like ballerina party dress, right? You could also really just as easily clip these off. They're just tacked on, and then you could easily re-tack them if you'd like. I think these would be really cute in the hair as well. That'd be a fun way to play with those. Speaking of, we tied one of those sashes to the hair, just pulling back some pieces of her bangs, and then in the hair we've got the necklace. So I have that hiding under those pieces of hair we pulled this way, and then underneath them they meet at the back, and you can sort of hide the clasp behind that ribbon. Oh,
I learned so much, and I feel like we are just scratching the surface. We didn't want to get too crazy with our alterations here because we really do love the way that Robert designs them, so we wanted to be able to put them back.
Right.
the way that they came.
Nothing is irreparable, right?
Right.
Oh, and I didn't mention, these ribbons are what normally come on these shoes, right?
Oh,
so
you took them out.
So those ribbons are just sitting in a loop at the heel. They're meant to be laced sort of the same way that that sash is. But it's you know, one ribbon per shoe. So you got 2 ribbons, and I put one around the waist here and one around the hair. If you're curious, I never readdressed those. So that's where those come from. And yeah, I was joking with Rachel earlier that it almost feels like Robert made some of these outfits with in mind that I might, you know, be interested in deconstructing them, which I don't think he maybe did. Maybe he did, and Robert, thank you very much. These are beautiful garments. But it was almost too easy to pull these in different ways. I was really excited by the ability with how versatile these are.
Yeah,
so.
And Robert's slogan is "Believe in the power of play." And he's all for it. He's all for just having fun and playing with the dolls, and he loves it. He loves the creativity and to see people really shine with their dolls and enjoying the fashion. So pop off in the comments if you learned something. I totally did. And I love how you did her hair too.
Thank you. Yeah,
very princess-like.
The hair is so easy to work with because it's already gathered so nicely in ringlets, right? You've got sort of a crimped, curled shape with those strands of hair, and they're grouped together really nicely. So I just took like 3 of those strands, if you will, and sort of looped them in the back and tied them with a ribbon and called it a day. But it looks like I really did something maybe much more difficult than I actually did.
Right. And so for our mix and match video, we're really going to go crazy because once we start incorporating pieces, additional pieces that you can purchase with these girls, especially Artful Ease, oh my gosh.
Yeah, you can play with that about 100 ways.
Right.
And you guys don't know quite yet what I've got up my sleeve for Mix and Match, but stay tuned for it. She's going to be the shining star, I think, of our event very soon.
Because her pieces are so mix and matchable. And then number 2 would be Bright Ideas. Because these are separates.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can just wear that slip alone, right? Like, that can easily be your whole outfit. But also, this is transparent, so I'm excited to find ways to wear this as a layer over something else that maybe you wouldn't intuitively try.
Christopher Johnson, thank you for inspiring us to dare to be different.
I'm so flattered. I'm glad that this is something that you guys want to see. So thank you for your positive reinforcement and your encouragement and your excitement with this, because this is only as fun as it is for you guys, right? So I enjoy this, but what really is fulfilling is knowing that it makes a difference for you too.
Right.
So thanks for joining. Thanks for tuning in. Thank you for playing. Thank you for trying something you maybe feel nervous about doing and amusing me.
Yeah, we'll try it first.
Yeah.
We'll be your guinea pigs.
Yeah, I'm happy to be your guinea pig.
All right. Thank you so much, and we hope you enjoyed this. We appreciate all of you so much.
Happy Tonerfest.
Happy Tonerfest.